There has been a rise of what I like to call the useless little things. Those mini fridge, lead light everywhere, acrylic containers that don't even fit what they are meant to hold. And somehow, all of this is being sold to us as self-care. But I need you to pause for a second. When did self-care turn into buying more things? When did normal lighting stop being enough? When did our bedroom start looking like content studio? Because I am not going to lie, sometimes I scroll and I genuinely ask myself, how did we get here? Today we are talking about the rise of useless little things and what they are actually promoting. Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're coming across my video, hi, my name is Blessing and I make videos on overconsumption, the influencing, and influencer trend that shouldn't have been normalized. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, you might consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Turn on the post notification so that you get notified anytime I upload video. Let's get back to the video. So I'm watching this creator's video, right? She says, come restock my skincare fridge with me. And I immediately see the aesthetic, the penthouse mini fridge, the little showers, the serum placed like they are in a luxury boutique. And I want you to notice something. She already have a full fridge in her house. So let me ask a real question. Why do we suddenly need a second fridge for 5 serum? Most skincare products do not require refrigeration. Most of them are perfectly fine at room temperature, and if one or two need cooling, you can put them in your regular fridge. There is nothing stopping you from using the fridge you already own, but this is what it promotes, this aesthetic specialization, the idea that every category of your life needs its own device, that your routine must look visually pleasing to be valid enough. Here is the deeper issue. It's not about the fridge. It's about what it represents. It represents performance. It represents filming optimization. It represents building a lifestyle that looks good on camera. Because that mini fridge, that's not solving a real problem. It's creating a new one. Now you need a space for it. You need to fill it. Now you need to maintain it. The moment you buy it, you feel like your routine upgraded. But did it? No, the spending just increased. It's so funny to me that over the years, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we have been using our skincare products without refrigerator. And all of a sudden, we need a skincare fridge for what? Like, these brands find a reason to keep us in the cycle of buying mini. I like to call this useless mini things because you don't need them. If I have a certain skincare product that needs to be cool, I have a refrigerator that I can easily look for like a small compartment and put it. Why do I need to buy a fridge, a mini fridge for my skincare? And for some of us that don't use this skincare fridge, does it stop your product from working? No. So why are we wasting money? Why are we buying gadgets that will occupy our space? Why are we wasting resources? Why are we promoting overconsumption? We shouldn't even be normalizing this at all. And let's talk about those lead lights because I have a question. Why does everything glow now. Lead behind mirrors, lead under the bed, lead around shelves, lead inside fridge, and even some lead on this mini fridge. So they want when people want to buy it, they are not just buying a fridge. They are like, oh, it also have a mirror. I can use the mirror, and there's also a lead light. But at the end of the day, you end up not using all these feature that you believe is the reason why you are wasting your money buying these things. When did normal lightning stop being enough? I am watching another creator room tour. She turned off the main light, and suddenly the room turns into a soft pink purple glow. And she says this just feels more calming. But does it, or does it feel more aesthetic? Because calm is not color. Color is a nervous system state. And what I see this promoting is constant stimulation. Your room is glowing, your mirror is glowing, your shelf is glowing, your fridge is glowing. Everything is designed to be filmed. Everything is optimized for camera quality. Slowly, we have turned our homes into set design. Now, let's talk about what this actually promotes: aesthetic competition, visual overstimulation, the idea that your life must look curated at all times. And I think that's dangerous because when your room doesn't glow, it starts feeling boring. When your setup isn't aesthetic, it starts feeling incomplete. But who told us that peace need all this RGB lightning? Who told us that the self-care requires mood lightning behind a mirror? Let's normalize real environments, not just content environments. I didn't reduce clutter, I relocated it. And here's what this promotes: the illusion of organization, buying more to fix what buying already created, storage as a hobby. We have turned organization into shopping. We don't declutter, we replace. And I need us to be honest: is it organization or is it performance? I like to put this disclaimer because so many people believe that I'm just hating. I do get those comments here and there. This isn't about hating these creators, it's about questioning these patterns. We are living in a time where normal is not enough. One is not enough. Big is more enough. Functional is more enough. Everything must glow. Everything must match. Everything must be camera ready. And that is exhausting. Listen, if you genuinely love something and it adds value to your life, keep it. But let's stop pretending that every new gadget is wellness. Let's stop pretending that buying more is self-care. Let's stop turning our homes into content factories. You don't need more useless little things to have a beautiful life. I also want to talk about identity marketing, and that's the trap. I also want to talk about the clutter loop. You see it, it look aesthetic, you imagine your life upgraded, you buy it, the temporal excitement, then you're back to normal. You see the next thing. The repeat keeps coming. Now multiply that by mini perfumes, mini lip glosses, mini deodorants, countertop ice makers, drawer organizers, matching containers, and suddenly your space is full and you still feel like you are missing something because the system is organized to keep you slightly dissatisfied. This is not about blaming the creators. They are responding to incentive. If simple routine gets 2 million views, we could see more simple routine. But transformation content, those upgrade content, those restore content, that's what goes viral. So over time, what happens? Normal life disappear from the feed and curated, upgrading, glowing life becomes the standard. Here's how we can start breaking this cycle. Wait 30 days before buying aesthetic upgrade. Ask, would I want this if no one saw it? Ask yourself, does this solve a real problem? Or follow accounts that makes you feel behind. Watch more content about intentional living. Curate your algorithm. If this video changed how you look at your feed, share it, because the more we talk about these things, the less power it has. Tell me in the comments, what's that one trend that you now see differently? Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you get notified anytime I upload video. Share this video to a friend who might want it. I am Blessing and I will see you in the next video.